Welcome to another Fresh Bottle Friday. We're the Deathless Dogs, and we're helping you get your payday purchases in line. And as always, we are...
Fresh Bottle poppin'. That was a solid one.
One didn't really want to come out. A synthetic.
Some resistance on that synthetic cork right there.
Yeah, but today we are drinking Maker's Mark FAE-01, a 2021 limited release. This came out earlier in the year, the FAE-02. I don't know if it's FAE. I honestly don't know. I don't know the naming convention.
01.
I know this is FAE-01. I don't know if the next one is FAE-02.
Sounds like a droid in Star Wars.
Something like that. This is the first one for 2021. The second one should be hitting shelves shortly, I would think. We're running out of 2021 for it to drop in. We will put all the particulars on the screen here so you can learn about mash bill proof, age, whatever we can figure out about it.
Yeah.
And we'll just get in on the know.
That's weird. Okay, you know like how you just crack open a can of the baked beans bushes?
Like, yeah, okay, I know exactly what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about.
That brown sugary, like, yeah.
Like that's what I got
Little maple, brown sugary, yeah. I was smelling it and like, that's a very recognizable scent, you're right. That's Roll That Beautiful Bean footage.
It is.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
Like I can't get that out of my nose now. Like, you know, it's ruined.
It's just a glass of baked beans.
I mean, I've gotten more into them as I've grown older, but like I remember as a kid, I couldn't touch them. I was
Couldn't
like,
touch baked beans?
no. Yeah.
I was always alright with them. They weren't like my favorite.
The worst baked beans were always at the chicken queues. Like those were like indigestible. Like
I fuck with those. I mean, those were probably just bushes, just the big mega
like
can.
char grilled bushes. Ugh, yeah. Like I still don't really beat up too many baked beans.
This really does smell like baked beans. That's so fucked up.
I went, whoop, baked beans.
Yeah, brown sugary, a little pepper, a little. I mean, it's baked bean. That's weird.
It is weird, but that is what I'm smelling. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Yeah, that makes sense. I don't think we're getting past that until we taste it. Maybe we'll be able to get past the Bush's beans aroma.
Clink them and drink them. See, the flavor I like.
Oh yeah.
I mean, there's still some beaniness to it.
Yeah,
but like,
there is.
But it's subtle, and I think it's like subdued with a little bit of bitterness, a little bit of caramel and vanilla. You're getting a little bit of the traditional bourbon notes with it. There's also still some elements of brown sugar, cooking spices.
There's that like kind of drying spiciness that I get on Makers comes through.
Yeah.
More prevalent than in your just standard bottle of Makers. Kind of a thin mouthfeel.
I feel a little bit of like abrasive grit to like the back of my tongue almost.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, that Makers, that drying spice thing. I get that in all Makers stuff, and it's very prominent in this. You can taste the wood. It is, on second sip, it is almost like just dragging a piece of wood across your tongue or something.
Yeah, I mean, you feel it in
Yeah.
the drink. Like, and I feel like it comes across with that abrasion kind of like at the back of your tongue. The front is still sweet, and you're still getting all those beany notes, you know, like
sweet beans.
Sweet beans right here. It distinguishes itself from a regular Maker's Mark product.
Yeah, it definitely feels more high-end than a regular Makers, or even like a Makers 46 or something like that. This does feel like it's a cut above. It's good. The front of it was saying a fruit forward with tobacco and wood. The wood, to me, is really coming through.
Yeah.
I could see a little tobacco-y kind of thing. That also plays with that drying aspect a little bit. But
when I think tobacco, I naturally gravitate towards Russell's Reserve. This is a little bit different than that.
yeah, it's that wheat.
I think I would prefer the Russells to this one in a side-by-side. But if you like some of that bitterness and some of that wheaty element to it, there's something strange about this one, and I can't quite put my finger on it. It's drinkable, and it's a little bit easier to sip on, I think, than a Russell's.
I don't even know about that.
I feel like it's a lighter mouthfeel.
Well, I mean, yeah, but I don't know.
It doesn't occupy the space as much.
Well, it's a thinner mouthfeel, but I feel like it's sharper too than a Russell's. Russell's is thick and viscous. You were talking single barrel. Russell's is like thick and viscous, but I think it's a softer feel to it almost. Like there's a good burn, but the edges are a little rounded on it. It's pretty nice. This feels kind of spiky for like, you know what I said, like it's like dragging a piece of wood across your tongue.
I don't know if you're just getting into the bourbon scene, if you're gonna pop this bottle on a Friday and get into this one. Like, I feel like you gotta have a little bit of knowledge going into this, but you also gotta have the willingness to get through some of that grittiness.
Yeah, you gotta like wood. You gotta like wood quite a bit. It's not gonna be your like nice, sweet, friendly bourbon. This is gonna be on that drier side. Finished with 10 virgin oak staves. So there's that wood.
And I think that gives it that drying aspect too, because a lot of the time with the Special Reserve, they're using much different staves. They're doing the French Cuvée, the French Mocha, the American Oak, Charred, whatever. You know, they have a whole bunch of different staves that they line their barrels with to add and impart more flavors to. And I think this particular maker's selection is more driven towards that dry oak. Exactly.
It's Oak City. I think it's good. I think it's, if you're a Makers fan, you've got to keep an eye out for these releases for sure.
Absolutely.
I think you're going to be happy with them. If you're not a big Makers fan, or you don't like the weeded whiskey, or like I said, that drying spice kind of thing that Makers gives you, I mean, this has that and then some. So you're not going to like it. FAE-01 Makers mark the first of their 2021 limited releases. Let us know, have you had this bottle? What do you think of it? Does it smell like beans? Because it really does smell like baked beans. Like, I can't get that out of my head. It kind of derailed me there for a minute. But let us know. Do you got a bottle of beans sitting at home? How do you like it? If you haven't yet, hit like on the video, hit subscribe on the channel. We're getting a lot of comments and messages saying, man, I hope more people find your channel. I like it. The easiest way for that to happen is for you to just hit the like button on there. That's how we get pushed out to more people. Even more so if you share it with people you know, but I'm not even going to ask you to do that. I'm just going to say, hit the like button. That's the easiest thing you can possibly do, and it helps us out immensely. And we thank you to all of you who are hitting that button every time you watch these videos.
From the Western Wisconsin Whiskey Emporium for ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you on Wednesday. Cheers.